smart of you to figure out if you're going to lose the paper with your combination, and you're not going to be able to open it up, maybe because you know, between you and me, the motor skills aren't working 100%, or you don't have the patience to make sure that it's exactly on the line. Then you thought of another, you know, way of getting your books without killing yourself. So what if you had to, you know, schlep them around all day? At least you had them, and that looks a lot better to you and the teacher that you have an armful of books versus nothing at all.
Exactly. And I did that sometimes. I would carry up, you know, what I needed all day, and I would just keep it in my book bag. And I'd say, I don't need this until 8th period, but I'm carrying this all day. You know? And then I would get boyfriends to carry books for me, you know, and then when I saw them, you know, during 6th period, oh, here's your book for 8th period. Oh, thank you. You know, and it was great. So, but let's get back to the homeschool daily accountability sheet. I like this because it really helps me communicate with the teacher, because it says, dear, you know, so-and-so, and I guess it's blank because they can, you know, dear Jackie, or what, you know, Mrs. Forman, or whatever they want to call me. Today your child made an effort to continue working on controlling his or her behavior in class. Please follow through at home by reinforcing the importance of your child's efforts in the areas below that do not have checks. So they basically check off the areas for the child that, you know, they were able to do. And some of the examples are they paid attention in class, they were polite, they raised their hand instead of yelling out an answer, they stayed focused, they were on time to class, they handed in homework signed by a parent. That's very important for my son, because he has homework that he did. We would spend 2 hours on homework assignments, Kerin, and he wouldn't hand them in. And you have no idea how frustrating that is, because I'm like, we spent 2 hours on this. Why didn't you hand it in? It's in your bag. Exactly. It's right here. And, you know, so, you know, if she would, you know, when she sends this list home to me, I know, oh, wait a minute, he didn't hand that in. You know, something's wrong. And it cued me to go to his bag and look in it and pull it out and go, hello, what's this? Why is this here? Now, what I wanted to do is I wanted to take a quick break and play 2 quick commercials. One that's actually very relevant to this. It's from the Feingold Association. And when we come back, I kind of want to ask you about the link between food and ADHD, which the Feingold Association addresses. And then I also want to ask you more about this coming Sunday and what you're going to be doing on your workshop. And I want to talk a little bit more about your website and about the consulting services that you offer, because, again, as a parent with children with ADHD, these are things that were not offered to me. My children are older. My youngest is, you know, I had children young, so I was married at 18 and had my last child at 26. And I had 4 children. One passed away. But so that's a lot of children to have by the time you're 26. Yeah, so my oldest is 21 years old, and I'm only 39. So, you know, I got it over quickly. I said, if I have to do this, I want to do it the least painful way. Get it done quick. So we're going to listen to 2 sponsors very quickly on the Feingold Association and Esperanza magazine. And then we will be back with our guest this evening, Kerin Bellak Adams, talking about her wonderful workbook, ADHD Success, Solutions for Boosting Self-Esteem, the Diary Method, ages 7 to 17. And again, her website is at www.reachbeyondadd.com. Again, www.reachbeyondadd.com. And I'm going to be posting that site later this evening. And then you can email Kerin to find out more about the workshop on Sunday, which we're going to talk about. It's this Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And to get details on that workshop, just email her at reachbeyondadd@aol.com. Is that correct, Kerin?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So we're going to go and take a quick break. Now is the time to grab, a drink and give your vocal cords a break for a second, and everybody will be right back after a word from our 2 sponsors.
Did you know that the brand of ice cream, cookie, and potato chip you select could have a direct effect on your behavior, your health, and ability to focus? Did you know that your child's ADHD might be nothing more than a normal reaction to the many abnormal chemicals that are being added to our foods? The Feingold diet is a test to determine if certain foods or additives are triggering particular symptoms. It's basically the way people used to eat before hyperactivity and ADHD became household words. The nonprofit Feingold Association shows families how to find the foods they enjoy, but without the harmful additives. Visit ADHDdiet.org. That's ADHDdiet.org for more information. Or call the Feingold Association at 1-800-321-3287. That's 1-800-321-3287.
From the publishers of BP Magazine, there's a new publication dedicated to helping individuals cope with the pain of suffering from anxiety and depression. That publication is called Esperanza Magazine. Anxiety and depression are often known as fraternal twins because they seem to go hand in hand, making it difficult for those with them to cope on a daily basis. Even though depression and anxiety are so prevalent in today's society, it's still difficult to find help for those co-occurring disorders. But now there is Esperanza Magazine, the only magazine whose mission it is to assist those living with depression and anxiety of all types. Esperanza is filled with articles written by sufferers just like you. Some of them are well-known celebrities. A one-year subscription to Esperanza is available for the low, low price of $19.95. You can subscribe by going to Esperanza's website at www.hopetocope.com. In addition to subscribing to Esperanza Magazine, you can also join Esperanza's online community, find books on depression and anxiety, read about current and past issues, and sign up for the free e-zine, Hope to Cope Connection. That website again is www.hopetocope.com. Let Esperanza Magazine show you that there is a way to deal with your anxiety and depression. You are not alone. Esperanza, Hope to Cope with Anxiety and Depression.
Okay, we are back with our guest this evening. Her name is Kerin Bellak Adams, and we're talking about her book, ADHD Success, Solutions for Boosting Self-Esteem, the Diary Method for Children ages 7 to 17. And I want to give out her website again, which we gave before the break, but it's www.reachbeyondadd.com. Again, www.reachbeyondadd.com. And her email address is reachbeyondadd@aol.com. So it's the same as the website, but it's at aol.com. So Kerin, I wanted to kind of focus on you a little bit and talk about the workshop or the teleconference that you have coming up this Sunday. It's a free teleconference, correct?
Correct.
Okay, tell us about the teleconference, what it is, and what you're really going to focus on, and who should really be attending this type of workshop or teleconference.
Well, administrators and parents and teachers can listen, and it's mostly to go through some of the examples of some of the diary pages and find out what stories people have that relate to those diary pages and which diary pages would they, in fact, want to work on with their son or daughter, and which ones do teachers, if there are any teachers on, educators, think that most kids with ADD need the most help with in terms of the actual diary pages. And it's also going to be the discussion in terms of the different issues that go along with ADD and the complications that they have and the different frustrations that children feel and the type of reactions that parents and educators can have in order to calm those symptoms down, because we all know whatever type of ADD there is, and there are 6 different types, 4 of which aren't discussed ever because they're not that common, they do have similar symptoms, and they need to be paid attention to, and they need to be refocused in terms of, redirecting them in terms of positive energy and things like that. So we're going to review different aspects like that, and I'm going to take questions, any questions that people have in terms of their own struggles. And I also like to encourage parents to talk about positive things that have come out of their aspects of kids with different learning issues too. We hear a lot of negativity and a lot of focus on that, but I also like to encourage parents to not give up 5 minutes before the miracle is my attitude, because you just never know, like with Michael Phelps, when something's going to give. He used to get into a lot of trouble. So did the host of Deal or No